On to you, Aries. So you have the Ten of Cups, the Star, Queen of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Justice. Oh, okay. The Ace of Cups, the World, the Death card, and the Knight of Wands. So, okay. So for you, Aries, the Ten of Cups, the Star, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so there's a sense of you, Aries, needing to actually change how you interact with others when it comes to getting to know them romantically, right? The Ten of Cups represents having a more carefree attitude. A lot of you may have had your heart broken and potentially a temper tantrum when no one was looking, okay? In your residence or your apartment or home or whatever. You would get broken up about it, okay? You would be hurt. Obviously, we all would. But the Star card and the Queen of Wands is about how you really do want to change. You really do want to understand yourselves more, because the Star card represents aspirations. It represents goals, long-term goals. But Queen of Wands, that's a long-term goal, yes, in the sense that understanding yourself more, but also learning how to be more unique, right? Not worry so much about when someone specifically leaves you, right? Or decides that they want to be on some nonsense, that when you and them break up, you get so broken up about it, right? And that's a very good mentality to have. You know, whenever it is that I break up with somebody, I don't usually end up getting upset the way that I used to, because I've figured it out. Relationships nowadays is trash. And very few people actually get together and stay together because so many people are caught up in trying to finesse the other person. But the Knight of Cups, right? I should say with Queen of Wands, to go back, it's very important because for you, this is very much so speaking to how you, Aries, do not, you're aspiring to not, like I said, be so broken up. So when you're not broken up like that, a lot of people are going to have problems with you because they're trying to get you to be upset. But then when you don't react and you're like, you know what, you do you, I'm going to go off and do me. Now it's like, oh, what? Because this is how some stupid people size other people. I keep telling you, the mentality that some people have out here, that they call themselves fly and bad and all of that. Okay, anyway, I'm not even going to get too deep into that. So you have the Knight of Cups and the Two of Wands, okay? And the Knight of Cups is about how, because you understand the game now, right? People want to get you upset. They want to get you in your emotions, right? The Two of Wands, they want to get you to be steaming mad and then stand back while you have this temper tantrum blow up, and then they try to make it seem like, oh, you're the one that's tripping out and you're spazzing out and all this other type of stuff. But those people who've done that to you, Aries, you have the Justice. They're getting repaid for that. You don't have to try to get revenge. You don't have to do anything. All you need to do is just live your life and continue to enjoy yourself. Those people are experiencing it because they do that with everybody, and it's like, okay, well, they're gonna get a lot of enemies that way. You know what I mean? Because if this is how it is that they socialize, go around trying to date people just so that they can cause a heartbreak, word gets around. That's all it is I'm gonna say. Word gets around, and when enough people get wind, right? When enough people get wind, like, okay, I can't take you seriously. See, here's the thing, right? Let's get into it, right? Let's get into it. A lot of people really don't take into consideration the long-term effects of playing games with people. And what I mean by that is, yeah, you think a lot of people who play games thinks that is funny, but what they don't really seem to understand is the long-term effects. When you go around doing that to everybody, all your options, they run dry because you spent so much time doing that to everybody. Now you don't really have, right? Not saying you, but those people don't really have anyone that they can trust, nor does anyone or a lot of people like them, because they spent so much time doing a lot of people dirty when they didn't have to. So they get a lot of enemies that way, right? And the thing about it is that when they're looking around and they're acting like, well, how come, I can't go back to anybody and people respect me if I try to go back, right? That's why it is that you see so many people doing so much traveling sometimes. Because sometimes people do so much traveling just up and leave is because they've gotten so many enemies in the location that they happen to be in. So sometimes a lot of people have to do so much traveling because they done burn bridges, so to speak, with so many of the people that was in the neighborhood or in their immediate surroundings. Now it's like, oh, you got to pick up and go. So you Aries have to understand that you don't need to get revenge. You don't need to, you know what I'm saying? Revenge and all this other stuff. You don't need to do any of that type of stuff. All it is that you need to do is leave these stupid people essentially alone. It's the same thing I do myself. It's the same thing I would advise other people. All of that trying to get revenge stuff, that's not my style. And I don't suggest for it to be your style. So when people want to act like they don't have common sense, they're slow, they act like they're getting something out of getting you upset, guess what you do? They're already paying for it when you left them alone. Because you know why? Ace of Cups. Life went on for you, Aries, anyway. You still have a chance to get to know other people. So it's not like this person fundamentally stopped your life. Like they fundamentally stopped your the way that you live. They didn't, stop your bread and your butter. They didn't stop anything. Essentially, they just got you on your nerves a little bit. And the world, I'm thinking about somebody, but the world is about. So now you use that lesson to now, like I said, build a bigger space when people want to act like they're stupid, right? When they want to act like they don't have common sense, you just move forward and you take that as a learning lesson and you move forward with it and you do what it is that you need to do, right? You deal with people accordingly. When people start to show you red flags, guess what you do? You bounce, you stop rocking with them, So let's clarify some of these cards. Revenge should not be your style. Revenge is not my style, Nah, revenge is not my style. Anyone who knows me knows that. But let's clarify the world. Let's clarify the world to kind of paint that picture a little bit. The Strength, the Devil, the Eight of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands. Sorry, I keep thinking about the situation, Aries. I keep thinking about how a lot of people try to play you, right? And I just see it in myself, right? But the Strength and the Devil is about how you Aries, right? So it's much so about how people will try to make you look like the villain, right? But you Aries know good and well that it's not really you going out of your way to try to cause harm to others, right? You're very much so just trying to find the correct person for you. But if people want to not have common sense to that, then it is what it is. And the Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands is about how, because one thing that people will do too, right, who like to play games, they like to get you upset so that they can put you in a position to make you look angry. And again, I don't know what it is that people think that they're getting out of it. They're so stupid. But because when you really look at it, what are they getting out of it? But okay, let's continue. So one of the things that stupid people who like to play games would do is that they would try to get you aggravated so that you can have a big emotional blow up so that they could say, ha, this person is crazy. Now, again, they're not actually getting anything out of it other than what, quote unquote, supply. Now, I don't know how you can get supply off of emotions in that sense, because emotions is not like food, right? Lock that person up in isolation, right, for a week without food and water, we're going to find out just how much attention is a sustenance. But okay. So the Ten of Pentacles now, right, and the and the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands speaks to how, so you just need to get back to work, right? When someone acts stupid like this, you just need to get back to work. You just need to stay focused on what you've got going on, because you Aries have wonderful, great things going on, and you can't allow somebody in their own dysfunction, even if you were trying to get to know them fairly recently, to get you on your nerves. Those people are not bright in the first place, you know, because when you really think about it, what are people getting when they try to aggravate you? They can't even say like, oh, I'm getting compensated here, or, you know, I'm actually getting this out of it, or I'm doing this. All of it is nothing but a stupid attempt to protect themselves. But who says that they were in danger in the first place? Anyway, so let's clarify the Knight of Wands. So you have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so we got to draw 4 more. King of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Nine of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. When you move forward on with your life and you begin to talk to other people, just resume your life as normal. The King of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. You're going to have those very same people that were trying to get you on your nerves. I told you, the Justice. The best revenge is to not get revenge at all. They're going to come back and try to now try to get their foot back in the door, right? Try to rekindle something. But who you are now would not be anywhere. Who you are now.
Bye.
All right, bye. Love you. Who you are now will be way better than who you were. So they're not going to be able to say anything to you that would work, right? You just probably won't say anything. But the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, the Six of Pentacles represents you and the Nine of Swords represents them. They're gonna understand that the mistake that they made, it really did make them look stupid. It you know, and again, they really, I have to ask this question: what are they getting out of it? They're not achieving anything. They're not even achieving protection because they were in no danger to begin with. So the Nine of Swords is about how they understand their lower nature, but they're ruled by it. So a lot of you Aries, I suggest when they come back, don't even waste your time talking to them. Just leave them by themselves because they're too stupid to get out of their own way.